mental health can affect anybody, even a confident guy like me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Okay, so how does it affect a confident guy like you? Because you've said this, we had a conversation before, and I get it. You're a confident person.
Yeah.
You never expected this to happen in your life.
No.
It happened in your life.
Yeah.
How does it happen to a confident person?
Because all I can do is speak about myself, because anybody who's gone through any form of mental health, and obviously the worst part of the scale or the spectrum is the full breakdown. But there's people walking around now with mental health issues, but it's not been, it's been normalized.
Okay, so like they're managing it.
They're managing it, or it could be a gang member. So what he does, he'll go and juke somebody, but people will think that, wow, this he's a notorious guy. But he's not notorious, he's got mental health issues. Because when you back him up, really,
you find
he's
out
petrified.
Underlying issues.
He's petrified. So what it is the mental health element, has been normalized. There's people who do strange behaviors, but because they're somebody in the hood, or their family is a hood family, then this person, he gets a wild card to rob people, because that could be an element of mental health. So, but going back to your question is, with me, well, my situation was different because I was married. At that time, I had 3 children. My life is going okay at that time. I'm okay at that time, 2003. Okay, so we're going back 15 years here. Okay, so things came into my radar, let's say. Okay, and then with mental health, the ironic thing about mental health, which will never be appreciated, to the people out there, is when you're in that thing, you don't know it's a breakdown. To you, it's gospel. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So that's why it's very important that we don't just break the taboo. No, we annihilate the stigma, decimate it, and we start again. And then we'll build fertile life again when it comes to, which I call mental healthfullness.
Mental healthfulness. I like the word. But just going back slightly, because you were on this really important, this is so powerful. What were the signs that you saw in your own personal life? What were the signs of a breakdown?
The signs of a breakdown for me is, the first thing I was doing, the business that I was doing at that particular time was properties and mortgages. So you had to have your head switched on, because you only had certain time periods. If you took a certain, like a bridge loan, if you know how to flip it, it's cool, but your head has to be on it. So during that process, because of the thing that was come onto my radar, that starts to go around your head. Let's say it goes around, I'm telling you how it starts off, at 10 miles an hour. And it's cool. You can still function. You can still go and do what you have to do the school run, Then it starts to go 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. And then, I don't know, I can't remember exactly, but say it's 3, but that went on for about 2-3 months. And then the 3rd month, it's going like 1,000 miles an hour. Do you know what that's like? It's crippling. So, but remember, I didn't know what a breakdown was at that moment. And then I've got that idyllic life of wife, children, house, friends, family. And then in yourself, you're not feeling right, but then the things that you start to say. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So it's really, would I say to myself, I would go through that experience again? I'd say no. But I would go through that experience again for you, though, because I wouldn't want you to feel the pain of there's loss. There's like, even till this day, that's 15 years ago, till this day, my family structure is fractured. So there's implications, there's social implications with mental health, because you got the I won't say before, you've got the during, and then you've got the after. However long the after takes is however long it takes, because people heal differently. So that's why mental health in the people of African heritage, it must be tackled, because there's people out there probably know somebody who's actually going through something or just being on their own, but they'll come out because they have to go. Like I had to go to, like, you know, you'd have a family christening. There's certain things that you can't avoid.
You have to go.
But you would have to go there, but you'd be trying to, you're not feeling right. Do you understand? So being in the black community, that's why it's so prevalent, because it's so cool not to be mad. And the reality of it is, everybody has some form of struggle in their life, black, white, Indian, whatever the culture there is, but however the culture deals with this particular problem.
That's what I was going to ask you. What how did you find the support? What support systems were there for you?
Well, see, for me now, this is what I'm saying. I'm fortunate with the character, spirit, and personality that I have. Okay, so yes, there was people who laughed at me because I've got such a colourful character. Yeah. So you always have the cockroaches, the haters, and the bugs. Have you met them?
I got all three of them.
Jeez! All three of them. So I'm saying to you, those people are always going to heckle you from behind the scenes. But I'm that kind of guy that is... all I can say is do good and good will follow you. That's so real. Because my support network is... it was a traumatic time for my wife and my mother-in-law, okay? And the family, okay? But at that time, I had churches praying for me. Because my mother-in-law, staunch Christian. Same with my mother-in-law. So I had 2 different churches praying for me.
Praying for you.
Yeah. I had mosques praying for me. Do you understand? I had friends coming to the madhouse, and I know people are going to say, "Don't, what is a madhouse for?" Listen,
what people call it, isn't it?
Right. But now they've got this politically correct thing. You got to say mental hospital or something else. But you have to be truthful. If you're not going to be truthful, then you're not going to be healed. The only reason why I'm healed and I've only had 1 breakdown is because it's truth. I couldn't believe it that I had a breakdown and how my breakdown happened and what happened in the breakdown. I couldn't believe it. It's like, so then that started me on a journey of basically I had to go back, and because it couldn't happen again. Yeah. One thing I promised myself, because listen, you know, you got some man who are like, let's call them known men. Let's call them faces then. Yeah. Right? You got faces. I've got my dad as well. Right? I've seen men who are faces. Let's call them roadman then. Right? When they come to see me, they were crying. Do you understand? Now to see a man who's a hard man
actually crying,
looking at me and crying. I'm not talking about normal man. I'm talking about man who you'd think wouldn't cry like that. Until this day, I see those faces. So my day cannot be bad, because anything I go through, I'm always getting things. Like even now I'm in things. But how I deal with it, no one don't know, because I've got my own strategies that help people who have got mental health issues, because I've designed it. And with the grace, with the Most High God and my ancestors who guide me, these strategies have been revealed to me, and that's how it's been. I haven't been on no medication since about 2005 or 6.
You've done, I mean, that's right. Wonderful. I don't really agree with medication on anything.
No. See, this is what we've got to talk about, because I've helped. I'm an unofficial mental health technician, or whatever you want to say. But there's people who come to me, or because I'm very open about it. From my area, I'm from like Fulton Heath, Croydon. I'm mixing Brixton. I'm mixing Harlesden. Yeah, I don't hide it. Yeah. And the funny thing is because yes, I've got this character, but this character that I've got is born from my mother. So this confidence, I had it from I was born. Anybody who knows me, that's how it is. But it's the support network that you remember. A support network is not just for 2 weeks. A support network
is for life.
Right. So I'm not even going to lie. There's people who still help me now financially. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So it's not like it stops. So this is why I said, you know what? I have to annihilate this whole taboo of mental health in people of African heritage, because there's many out there who have not got no support. Imagine going through what I went through with no support. I'll tell you how serious it was, yeah? My barbers, this astonished the doctors, yeah? My barbers, I had to get a special thing, because my barber came to the madhouse and trimmed me. That's unheard of. So what that did,
that really is amazing.
Right, so until this day, that guy's never left me, bruv. Do you understand me? Never. So all I'm saying, you see the real friends out there, big up yourself. You see this word brethren, it's not a real word. Enough people are not your brethren, they're your associates for what business you can do.
Find that out when something goes wrong.
Listen, I know I've got about 5, couple of them I've dropped off because they're gone funny. So going through what I've gone through, I only want real people around me. Black, white, pink, yellow. I just want real, and I recognize them. And what it is, I just ignore the ones who are not real. I don't pick up my phone to them no more, because you've actually shown me. So that's part of mental health. Because if you're around somebody that you're not sure of, why are you there?
Why are you there?
You don't need them. I've got fantastic friends like Paul Mackenzie, Swat Bucks. You understand? So
who is this Paul Mackenzie? Who is this?
I don't know.
So listen, just to kind of sum it up there, because this is such an important. I know we had a little joke on the way, but it's such an important topic because nobody's talking about it. Everybody seems to put it in a compartmentalized box, and they file it away somewhere, or they leave it in the back of their head. No. Nobody wants to address it. So I'm
addressing it. I'm responsible.
So we're addressing it here.
The whole of Britain, not just now, not just on Soapbox.
Yeah.
Anywhere has a parliament, because nobody hasn't done it. It takes somebody who's been a slave to understand what it is slavery is. So I've had a breakdown. So anybody who's had a breakdown, we know. So anybody who's listening has had a breakdown, your story is valid and valued. Contact me however you can contact me, because I'm starting this annihilation of the taboo. Thank you, like Mr. Soapbox.
No, man, thank you for that.
No,